What happens when a vehicle struck directly on the passenger side B pillar with the force of 1 meganewton, which remember, that's 100 tons. A meganewton is just a way of measuring force. Now, force in these terms of impact really has four things going for it. You've got the weight of the car that's hitting you, you've got the speed of the car that's hitting you, you've got the distance of the impact, and then you've got the length of the impact. So what we're talking about is a car hitting you at a certain speed, this car weighing a certain amount of weight, hitting you at a certain speed. The length of the impact is how long the impact lasts, and then the distance of the impact is how far you're pushed. So that's how we measure the force of an impact. A meganewton is being hit with sufficient force, sufficient time, and sufficient distance to be equal to 100 tons of force. That is an incredible amount of force that goes into the automobile, and then it goes into you. All automobiles are built these days with crumple zones, meaning that they have structures in place that are designed to crumple and absorb the force. They're not built to be indestructible. And when this type of force hits you, it's going to blow right past the typical crumple zones. The crumple zones are not designed or built to handle this type of impact. And as a result, they will crumple and they will fail. And then there is going to be what we call a direct intrusion into the passenger compartment. And when that direct intrusion happens into the passenger compartment, that force has to go somewhere, and that force goes into you. Now, the B pillar there is a very important structure of the car. There could be airbags and things like that. And while they will do what they are supposed to do, it's not going to be enough to stop the force of the impact coming into your body and causing an incredible amount of damage to the structures of your body, your bones, your organs, your ligaments, and your tendons. So these crumple zones, they're built into every car. And a crumple zone, like I said before, they're designed to crumple. What does that mean? Well, they're designed to fail. They are designed to bend, absorb, and they're designed to do everything they can to keep you safe within the passenger compartment. Side airbags are the same way. I mean, again, it makes a difference the type of car you have and how the B pillar is designed, but side airbags also are designed to come out to stop you from coming into contact at high speed and with a lot of torque into solid components within the car. Now, these are designed for a maximum amount of speed that in a 1 meganewton collision, that's way, way, way beyond anything that they were ever designed for. Will they work? They should. But with the speed and the force of a 1 meganewton, them working could be like that. Okay, and even though they deploy, they may not be able to do that in such a manner that would stop you from being hurt, meaning that all of this force would still go into you, you would still be hurt. You would still come into contact with the hardened points within the structure of the car itself. You would still be subjected to maximum torquing of the spine, maximum impact on the brain and those systems, and all the other structures that are in your body. So you would be subject to crush injuries, systemic breakdown of organs, organ crush, shredding of flesh. All of those things are very, very common in this type of side impact injury. It's a very, very serious accident and needs to be taken seriously. And you need to make sure that you get checked out properly, and you need qualified medical personnel. And if you need qualified medical personnel that are trauma trained, I guarantee you, you need trauma-trained lawyers too. This is why in this series, I'm going over this so that you can understand the amount of impact that's going to be hitting every bit of your body if you're the passenger in a side impact. And we're going to be talking throughout in the next coming up episodes, we're going to be talking about ligament laxity from the lateral motion of your spine. We're going to be talking about head injuries, brain bleeds, temporomandibular joint syndrome injuries. We're going to be talking about disc injuries where, as a result of the force of the impact, you have a disc that will become an impingement and an encroachment on the nerve root. We're going to be talking about damage to the structures of the knee, and we're going to be talking about rotator cuff, and plus many, many, many other injuries. So please stick around and be looking for those. They'll be coming soon. If you have been in a side impact collision, even at lower forces, don't wait. Get checked out immediately and contact a trauma-trained attorney who will explain your injuries to you and make sure that you get to a trauma-trained physician. 888, we fight.